Hello, what's happening? It's Randall here. Real exciting news today. No H has a new song, Head Sport Full Face. It just came out on all platforms today. It's super exciting. I'm going to show you guys how to play it. It's not that difficult. It's pretty easy. I was thinking I could even go through the tracks and kind of show you how we made it, what it sounded like. But I thought also it'd be a good opportunity to take a look at one of my other favorite pedals outside of the Boss DD5 delay. It's signal splitting. AB pedals, ABY pedals. I love them. People have asked in the past how and why I play with so many amps and how I get the sound going that I have. And the big secret, not so secret thing is you just split the signal. It's one guitar, but it's going to go through 3 amps, 4 amps. You guys split it. So basically what these boxes are, this is kind of one of the more common ones. It's this one's the live wire. Let's see, what do we got here? The live wire. There's also a Morley. It makes one looks exactly like this. They're all, the basic idea is you're taking one signal coming in. Let's see if I can take this off so you can see the. So you're going to come in here. One guitar goes in, 2 guitar goes out. Basically, you're multiplying your guitar signal. And what these do is allows you to do A and B, so both amps on, or A or B, switching from one amp to the other amp. So that's why they call it A, B, and a Y. Y meaning that you could split 2 at once. I've used these kind of from the beginning. It was an easy way to kind of get the guitar sound to be fuller. One of the ways I do that is I try to set each guitar amp into its own frequency to where there's like a crushed, sort of distorted mid range, a chimier, sort of sparklier treble range, and then a low, kind of rounded out bass area. So you're kind of covering a frequency spectrum similar to like a home stereo speaker. You have like a big woofer driver and then the horn and a tweeter. So it's a similar idea, but using this kind of array of wall of amps. Each one sort of does its own frequency response. But yeah, I use one guitar, but just split it in 3 different ways. So like I said, this is an easy one. Live wire. Like they sell these at wherever, Guitar Center for too much money. It's also custom made or smaller boutique ones. This is a Loop Master. Against the same idea, A, B. So you can do A or B or A plus B. Randall makes one. It's got a few more bells and whistles on it. A ground lift, phase shifter, and this also has a tuner out. So this really splits it 3 ways, which gets interesting. Because now, if you have 3 amps, you need to split the guitar 3 ways, right? So, who makes these? Morley. Morley has a tripler, a 3-way splitter. This one I've just put, they come blue. I just put this wood contact paper on there, sort of go with the pedal board that I was playing with at the time. But yeah, you can see one guitar amp, one guitar signal goes in, 3 go out there. So I'll show you basically what I mean and how I do that. Real quick over here, we'll take a look. This one's from Morley that I have set up here. This orange one, this one here. It's the George Lynch tripler, and all that means, the only thing that makes a difference is it has this boost. You can it gives you a little bit of gain, because when you're splitting signals, you can lose some signal sometimes. So let's turn some amps on. We'll get some hiss going. Let's see, drop it down so you get even closer setup here. There you are. So, okay, so guitar going in. First one I have set up is the mid crunch. Second one is going to be that kind of higher, chimier one. The last one is going to be the bass channel, which I have running into a sub-octave generator and a little bit of distortion going to the bass amp. So mid. All right. Let me set this back up. So that's the main idea behind splitting signals, is that you really can you can get 3 sounds at once. Not a lot of magic to it, but I think it sounds good. You can kind of play around with what you want each amp to do. It feels like you know, like it's a lot, and it kind of feels crazy, but it's a lot of fun, and it's really easy to do. And you can kind of play around with different signals. So instead of having to just have one signal or the other, why not have them all going? And when I play live, I have all 3 of those signals going at the same time. And then you can even add a 4th one. You can split it at different points too. And what's nice is you split it, and then you also can have your own effects chain. So like I said before, the bass amp, I have that sub and that push. So that goes only to that, and that's only happening on that side of things. But even, you know, you can put a delay on only the high end, so you're not getting the mud on that delay in the low side or in the mids. So it kind of gives you an opportunity to do something a little bit different. Let's turn these off. And I'll show you one more thing in celebration of new track coming out. I'll point out, let's see here if I can flip this around. I'll show you real quick how I set up the track. This song, Full Face, oh geez, what is it? Head Sport Full Face. Dean named this song. I'll show you how we recorded it. So there's a few things going on. The first sound you hear is this affected drum loop that Dean has going. So we'll start from the beginning here, and I'll kind of show you what we're doing here. Oh, let's see, we're soloing these. Okay, I'll take those off. So here we have the drum signal going. This affected drum loop here, and it's going to come into this drum loop once the song starts. So that's going the whole song. And then we also have live drums that Dean played along to that one. So I'll show you what those are doing. So we have intro, and then the live drums coming in here. You put that with the drum sample in it. That's kind of how we built the drums there. So you take that out. It's just the live drums, just the sample drums. And then getting into guitar sounds, I did this kind of low mid on the right, then a low mid, doubled it on the left, and then did an octave up higher right in the center. So that's really what the rhythm guitar is doing. And when the song moves up to those other notes, this one can kind of go crazy, different parts of that. So you have the drum sample in that, and then live drums. Okay, so we take the guitars down. Now there's this melody happening here. Go back to the beginning. So these are all kind of guitar layers. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 down there for the noise part. So we'll kind of show what they're doing. So kind of a harmonized feedback. We'll bring them in one at a time. here's one that's hard pan left. Here's a hard pan right. Kind of doing the same sound. Real fuzzed, compressed sound. We bring in this other one on the left. It's a little bit higher. Double that one, left and right, split. This one's even higher up. And again, looks like we're going left and right. This sounds like some classic Zvex Fuzz Factory chirping. This last one's real high. So that's where a lot of that melody's coming from in the song. And we also have some noise happening here. Let's see what that noise does again. It's got... That's fun. So then with all the melody going, and then the noise comes in, the guitars are in, sample, drums. Oh wait, but there's one other thing I forgot. Let's take that out. Also, we leaned in on those melodies a little bit. There's this cool keyboard kind of sound that kind of helps. It sits in there with that guitar melody. It's a little analog loopy. It sounds a lot like what the guitar's doing. Kind of helps just build out that melody and round it out. I think this keyboard gets a little noisier here. I think that's kind of buried in the mix. You don't hear it as well. Bring in the rhythm guitar. Does that make sense? It seems kind of cool. It goes all the way like that to the end. Cool. Any questions on that? On that kind of stuff? It seems pretty fun to break the track down. One question came in. What guitar do I like to use when recording? I like to use all kinds of guitars. I think it really just depends on what the song is. I will record with this Epiphone Sheridan 2 that I take out and play live. I also play some SGs and some Les Pauls. I'll show you the riff real quick for Headsport Full Face. So you really hear just at in your A bar chord up on the 5th fret. So pointer finger across the 5th fret. And then, ring finger on 7, pinky on 7, and middle finger on 6 on, bar chord. So. So what that's doing is. Picking up the middle finger off the 6th on the G string, and then going back and forth on the D string from 6 to 7. So that's G on the 6th fret, and the D on the 6th fret, going up to 7. Meanwhile, your pointer finger and your ring finger here are staying on the low E and the A. And then, oh, then it goes up to what? It goes up to D. So it goes to E, goes to D, and also goes to C. No, it doesn't go to C. It goes to D flat. So that's kind of the main riff there. Question, offset guitars. I have a Jaguar that I don't play all the time, but I like it. But yeah, no, mostly I kind of stick with these Gibsons. And then also alternate tunings. No, everything's kind of in standard tuning. I tried alternate tunings when I was younger and played around with stuff, but I found over the years that it was more of a challenge to just play interesting, weird chords in this sort of standard tuning. Hey, what's up, Brian? How you doing? Yeah, I think this is pretty fun. It's a fun song. You know, you can kind of see how we made it in there with all the layers. And yeah, I don't know. Go check out the song. It's on all the platforms today. It's his new single, Head Sport Full Face, from the forthcoming record, Goons Be Gone. Will be out June 5th. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'm stoked that you guys like it. Please let me know what else you want to hear. What other gear we can go through. There's yeah, I think maybe Thursday we'll look at some amps. It'll be kind of fun. But let me know what song we should do. All right. Thank you. Oh wait, someone's chiming in. Silly Chili, what do you got? When you're writing the songs, or you think about different patterns, letting it come to you as a combination or something else? A lot of times we're just jamming. We're just playing songs and sort of hearing sounds and seeing what fits. I'll throw a lot of stuff at Dean and see what he reacts to, whatever he can play off of. I think it's kind of fun to just, you know, just messing around with stuff and seeing, you know, what sticks, what seems like fun, what seems like a good riff. Remember, this song, Head Sport Full Face, was written towards the end of the process of making this record. We'd had most of the songs already done, and we thought it needed some more sort of sauce. So it was kind of around June of last year that we came back in while we were mixing the record with Scott Cornish that we that said, let's try some different songs. Let's see what we can do. So we just kind of threw up some mics real quick and weren't as precious with the kind of fidelity of the sound. We just wanted to get an energy in there, and I think this song kind of fits in that world. Sun or Marshall? Sun all the way. I don't own any Marshalls. No, that's not true. I have a Marshall Town & Country. That was my first amp when I was in high school. But I have several more Suns that outweigh the one Marshall I have. I love the way Suns sound. I think there's a lot more of the low end. A lot of it, you know, depending at least on the Sun Model T of a 6L6 power tube versus the EL34s. Yeah, they're normally associated with Marshalls. So I definitely played a lot of Marshalls live, being on tour and getting them in backlines and whatnot, but I prefer Suns. You can't really find a Sun on a backline too many places. Cool. Anything else? What else you got going here? I'm reading your comments. Cool. All right. Well, go check out Head Sport Full Face. It's a mouthful. Head Sport mouthful full face. And there's a video that I edited that's up there as well. It's got footage that Aaron Rose sent us that he just had hanging around. So go check out that video. And yeah, I'll see you guys on Thursday. All right. See ya.